Hi, friends. Miss Karen here from the Estates Branch Library. Welcome back to Collier Kids Read. We're glad you're back. We sure do miss you at the library, but this is going to fill in until we can all be together again. I've got some stories today. Can you tell about, yes, pigs, some of my favorites, and I find that pig books are usually pretty funny, so we'll see what you think. Doing something a little different today. I've got two stories. The first one's going to be a regular book, and the second one's going to be something a little bit different. And it's kind of like a little surprise. I'll show you when we get there. So let's start with our first book. It's called Hogwash, and it's by Karma Wilson. She's the author, and the illustrator is Jim McMullen. Now, hogwash, hog is another name for a pig, so we know it's something about a pig wash, right? So Hogwash by Karma Wilson. She's one of my favorite authors. I hope you enjoy her book. And we'd like to give a shout out to Little Brown and Company for allowing us to read it today. Hogwash. One warm day in early May, Farmer had a plan to spring clean all his animals till each was spick and span. Farmer fetched a pail and soap, put on his cleaning duds, then went out to the water spout and lathered up some suds. He washed the horses, ducks, and cows, the goats and cats and dogs. Everything went dandy until Farmer Brown reached his hogs. The pigs got out their toolbox and they boarded up their pen. No matter what poor Farmer said, they wouldn't let him in. Look, they did a sign. No hogwash for us today. Pigs love dirt, so go away. Farmer scratched his head and thought, then said, here's what I'll do. Since those pigs have locked me out, I'll spray some water through. He dragged a hose up to the fence and turned it on full power. If you pigs won't take a bath, I'll give you all a shower. The pigs got their umbrellas out and put on rubber suits. They stomped through muddy puddles in their shiny yellow boots. They all dug in and made mud pies. They had a mud ball war. They splished and splashed and hammed it up more filthy than before. Look at this one. Farmer stomped his feet and yelled, you oinkers got me riled. They still refused to take a bath. Those pigs had gone hog wild. Look at their, keep your soap and bucket, bud. Thanks for making all this mud. Suey, Suey, Farmer called. I've got some mash and oats. The pigs were not impressed at all. Go feed it to the goats. Farmer lied. It's the pizza man. I've got your pizza pie. The pigs weren't fooled one little bit. Oh, just leave it by the sty. The sty is their little hut. Farmer muttered, stomped and growled. You're stubborn and pig-headed. The pigs just snorted with disgust. No hogwash, just forget it. No matter what the farmer tried, they wouldn't let him come inside. Farmer pondered for a while. Farmer grinned a crafty smile. Farmer yelled, that's it, by gosh. Look out, hogs. It's time to wash. I finally found the perfect plan. I know just what to do. Then Farmer filled his crop dust plane with water and shampoo. He climbed into the pilot's seat and set off on his mission. He flew above the pig pen, armed with sudsy ammunition. Farmer cried, it's washing day. Look out, piggies, bombs away. Farmer swooped to make a pass. Farmer's plane ran out of gas. Farmer gulped. The engine sputtered. Just my luck, the farmer muttered. Down the plane went like a rock. Look out, I'm gonna crash. The pigs began to squeal in fright. Clunk, clank, bang, boom, bash. Look at that. Wow. Clunk, clang, boom, bang, bash. All the horses, ducks, and cows, the goats, the cats, and dogs ran to help the farmer, and they found him with those hogs. There was Farmer, soaked in grime, having quite a splendid time. He joined the pigs and made mud pies. He wallowed all around. He splashed and splished and hammed it up and rolled upon the ground. Farmer saw the animals and called out, "Come and play! The mud is great. Let's celebrate. We'll bathe some other day." From then on, Farmer never tried to wash his hogs again, but every other day he took a mud bath in their pen. The end. The end. I like that story. I find that most pig stories are kind of funny, so hope you enjoyed that one. When you're in story time, we like to wake up our hands sometimes. So to do a little clapping thing with me, get your hands ready. You have to put your iPad down or something. Follow along with me, okay? We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and 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 we stop. Did you stop when we were stopping? Okay, let's try it again, all right? We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and 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 we stop. Good, get your hands all warmed up, ready to go. Okay, I told you about our next story, kind of a little surprise. It's called a shadow story. We use shadow puppets to do it. And it's a story that you know. So when I'm behind a screen, I'm going to be telling the story. I want you to say it along with me at home because I know you know the story. And then when we're done with the shadow story, I'll hop back over in this seat and we'll talk about something that you can make at home to do your own shadow story. So Miss Nellie, my camera person, is going to follow me right over here behind the screen, okay? Okay, let's begin. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. They lived at home with their mother. They were very happy. But then they grew up, and it was time to go out on their own. Mom said, "It's time for you to build your own houses. Be very careful. I want you to watch out for the big bad wolf." So on the pigs went to find things to build their house. Pig number 1. She was pretty smart. She said, "I want to build a house that's safe from the big bad wolf." So she found someone that was selling hay, and she built a house out of hay. There she goes. "That's fine," she said. "No big bad wolf's going to get into that house." Well, no sooner than the house was done than here came the big bad wolf. He saw that house and he said, little pig, let me in." And the pig said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." Whoosh! Look at that. Blew that house right away, all the way over into the woods. Where did that pig go? Can't find rats. Back he went into his lair. Well, pig number 2 saw what happened to pig number 1. He said, "That's not going to happen to me. I'm going to build a sturdy house." So he found someone that was selling twigs. That's like limbs out of a tree. And so he worked and built a sturdy little house out of all those sticks. "There," he said, "no wolf can get into my house now." Well, don't you know, no sooner than he was done with that house, that here came the big bad wolf. And he said, little pig, let me in." And the pig said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." Whoosh! Look at that. He blew that house right away with the pig in it. Where did they go? Gone. Rats. So he held back to his lair. Now, pig number 3, she was the brains of the bunch. She saw everything that was going on. And she said, "I'm going to do better than that." So she found a peddler that was selling some bricks. And look at that. She built a sturdy little house out of bricks. "There," she said, "no wolf is going to get into that house." No sooner than she was done than here he comes, the big bad wolf. and he said, little pig, let me in. And the pig said, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Whoosh. Nothing happened. What? Said the wolf. Let me try that again. Whoosh. He blew and blew and blew, and nothing happened. The house was still there. So the wolf, he was pretty crafty. He decided to try something new. So he got up onto the roof and went to crawl down the chimney, and he didn't realize that the pig had put a fire in the fireplace. Yo! said the wolf, and he burned himself, ran away, and was never found again. He learned his lesson, and pig number 3 was joined by pig number 2 and pig number 1, and they all lived happily ever after in the brick house. The end. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that story. Join me back over here. Thanks again, Miss Nellie, for working our camera. So I wanted to show you how I made a shadow board. Mine's a little more complicated, but yours can be very easy. It's something you can do right at home. All you need is a box. You can even use a tissue box if you like. I used a shoe box, and all I did was cut a rectangular hole, left a little frame around the edge. Now that's something that mom or dad will help you with, because it's kind of hard to cut that. Even though if you use scissors, it's better if mom or dad does it. So cut a rectangular hole, and in the hole I glued some tissue paper. That's the kind of paper that you get inside of a gift or something. So I just taped that right in there. And if you don't have tissue paper, go ahead and just try regular printer paper. It might work if you have a bright enough light. And then I just had a flashlight that you can use, a flashlight from home. And then what I did was I used black paper to cut out whatever kind of shape you want. I cut out the shape of an ant, and I just taped it to a straw. Okay, that's probably the best thing to use. And what you want to do is just turn on your light and tell your story with your little shadow puppet. So we'll pretend once upon a time there was a little ant and he wanted to climb a giant hill. So I think you can make up all kinds of cool stories with this. Again, just use some black paper to cut out whatever shape you want and tell your story. And I ask parents to go ahead and film it, because the kids are going to want to see it, and I guarantee they're going to want to do it again and again and make it different, make it better each time. So that's something you can do at home. And until we see you again, remember we're here for Collier Kids Reads Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock. And we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.